Right, in this webcast we're going to look at how we can use tags and metacharacters that we've seen in the unit to improve recall. That is, to retrieve more hits from our searches. Now the original sentence we started with was "It's great, isn't it?" And if we separate these out, as you probably remember, we have to separate these out. We have to escape the comma because it's a special character. Separate isn't, and that's it. And now when we search for that, we should retrieve just the one hit, which we do. Okay, that's good. Now the first stage into improving recall here was to make the comma optional, which you do by surrounding it with commas, with brackets, adding a question mark. This is slightly different from the use of this meta character before. When we've got brackets followed by question mark, it means this element, this item, is optional. And if we search here, unfortunately searches beginning with common words like it take a little bit longer. Thus, if you have the option, you should make your first word in your search more specific, a rarer word. Right, in this case we retrieved 3 hits. One of them has comma, as we knew, 2 of them don't. Okay, the next stage in making this search a bit more, in improving our recall, is we surmise that any adjectives might come here. So this is the tag for any adjectival ending, so including superlatives, comparatives. I don't suppose we'll get so many of those, but you never know. So let's try that. And any moment now. Right, we'll see we've got 232 now of these, and I always like to check which ones are the most common. And like as we mentioned, I think in the unit, it's lovely, isn't it, is the most common of these. We could go further and say, is this due to one speaker? Well, possibly it is. Maybe not. But they all do seem to be in conversations. Right, going back to where we were, another way of improving the recall, the number of hits that we get, is to look for any form of the verb be. So it is, it was, it's as well. So one way of doing that is to do this. We could of course look for the lemma be too. This is quite a simple way of doing it. This allows for ambiguity tags too, if there are any. I expect this search will take a little bit longer too. And we've retrieved 305 hits. I wonder if "it's lovely" is still the most frequent. It is still the most frequent, but the percentage has gone down a bit. Right, the final stage in this search is to bear in mind that there is a tag for the negative, all kinds of, well, not and nt together, which is XX0. And if we look for this, this should improve our recall even further. So yes, now we have 419 hits because we retrieve examples such as "init," which we wouldn't have retrieved before. Quite a lot of "init." Right, and perhaps we could just do one more, assuming that it is a member of the class of pronouns, we can use the tag for that, and again it'll take a little bit longer because there are more of these. And now we have up to 707. Although we've increased recall, this number is higher, it may well be that some of these are not exactly what we were looking for. Although it must be said that most of these seem to be okay. Some of these seem to be non-standard. He was English, weren't he? Well, you see that we can improve recall without a great sacrifice to precision. So most of these seem to be relevant hits.